What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, people? We just gonna talk games. We was in here chatting. We was about to do a PS5 live stream about how the tech isn't there. We probably still gonna bring that to y'all, but we was in here just chatting it up. So I'm gonna take y'all into the inner workings of how we pop it off. Me and my dudes they in here. We just chatting it up. So we was talking about how Microsoft be fucking up and the things they need to do. You know, we keep it real about here, but the things they need to do to reel it back in, because Microsoft, like I said, they biggest problem is that Microsoft likes to do stuff and then don't tell you why they doing it, and then when you don't care, they get like confused, and in their confusion, they fall further down the damn rabbit hole. And when they do that, it throws people off, like on both sides of the spectrum. People like, it's like, Microsoft, what the hell are you doing? And then Microsoft don't know, so then people are going back like, all right, so am I supposed to be okay with this? Am I not supposed to be okay with this? Like, what, what's happening here? And Microsoft can't answer none of them questions. And that is the largest problem, is that Microsoft can't answer none of these goddamn questions that everybody keeps asking. And
honestly, Mastalin, I don't think that they can't. I'm starting to think that they just won't.
That's the same thing, though.
True. But somebody within the gaming industry is stroking some egos and letting them know that, that this type of quality is okay, even though it's not. We've never seen Microsoft in this particular state before, where they have absolutely nothing to say except congratulations, Sony. If you're going to do that, Microsoft, in all honesty, shut down the shop, cut the lights off, report it to the electric company, and just say, hey, man, we shutting down. Turn in your keys and, have a nice life. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm what you would consider a Xbox Android. I'm beyond bot, nigga. I got nanites with Xbox written on that shit in my blood. My thing is this. There's only so much I can tolerate before I have to crash E3 and go see this dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's starting to look that way. Now, I've done my fair share of damage controlling. I have. I wouldn't go as far as, K Mega. I don't know. Maybe K Mega knows something I don't know. But one thing is for certain, I see what he can't see, which is I don't see the excitement around Xbox anymore. I don't. When you say Xbox, people look at you like, why you got that for? Are you playing anything on it? Is it just sitting there? And some of the guys out there who, are damage controlling, when you go to their profiles, or even if you go and see what they're doing right now as we speak, they're not playing games. They're watching TV. They're on YouTube. They're on Netflix. They're doing a lot of watch TV or watch mixer type apps. They're not playing any games. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, there are games there for you to play. Hype up those games. Are we going to have an answer to God of War? I'll be honest with you.
No.
Actually, God of War is an answer to Rise. Noah put a side-by-side combat simulation of them both, and it was damn nearly move for move. The same thing. The only difference is that you can't throw the sword, you know what I mean? And the shield don't retract. But other than that, the swings were correct in the whole nine. Where's Rise 2?
Here's the thing. That's the other thing, is that Microsoft in their haste always fucked up how they did stuff. Like, when the 360 was out, Microsoft was out there throwing their weight around, throwing all that money, right? They was like, here, we're gonna pay for this, we're gonna pay for that. You're gonna love all this, we're gonna pay for this, we're gonna pay for this, we're gonna pay for this.
You
Everybody
can have whatever you like.
They was out here making it rain on that.
Stacks on me, Patron on ice.
The difference is that when they was doing it then, Microsoft was like, yeah, just make this game for us. We don't care if we own it or you own it, as long as you make the game for us. Everybody was like, cool. And they was winning. So that made sense and it was fine. PlayStation then, even at the end of the generation, when they still wasn't winning, they were still trying to claw their way back. They was like, if you make something for us, we own it. So going into this gen, all those games that they still own, but they're not making, because even now, even right this second, out of the 3 big games coming out this year for Sony, one of them is made by Sony. The other 2 are made by third-party studios. Like,
that's true.
Right, but nobody sees that. They always hear it's first party because it's Sony's game, and it 100% is Sony's game. Sony made sure that it's their game. Microsoft problem is they went in before, and the deals where they was throwing money at devs and they was making games only for them, they stayed with them until like the end of the generation, and all of a sudden Sony would get Mass Effect. All of a sudden Sony would get BioShock. Like, it stayed with them at the beginning, and then when they did that this generation with stuff like Tomb Raider, like Square Enix said they didn't make the money they thought they was gonna make on Tomb Raider. Microsoft swooped in, gave them the money to make it. But why did Tomb Raider not stay on Xbox? Why did it go to PlayStation so quick? And the reason was because Microsoft no longer had the pull in order to say, yo, keep this on here forever. And they never,
wait a minute.
They never established that they own the stuff that they pay for. And since they didn't establish that, everybody was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna do it because you didn't establish this, you didn't set this up, so fuck it.
But like, my thing is this though. But my thing is this. If you're dying and I see you're dying and I come and save your life, you can't then go and give credit for me to someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what is the benefit of me putting in the work to save your life? I could have just let you die. Sony wasn't going to come and get you. Why? Because Sony has Uncharted. They don't need another, you know what I'm saying, Tomb Raider, whatever fuck kind of genre you call that. They don't need that type of game because they already have a game within that same genre. So Microsoft go in with that money. Hey, this is a lifeline to get you guys back up and running. However, I would have said, even at best, hell, we don't have to buy the franchise. Just give us this game that we're actually saving your ass on. Yeah. And we want all our bells and whistles in that shit. As a matter of fact, Square Enix, we're going to send some of people from Microsoft Studios and some of the masters of Microsoft Vision 2000, whatever. And we're going to send you guys over there. We're going to teach you guys how to code for DirectX 12. We're going to make this game the best that it can be because we didn't want to see it die, but it's not good enough just to not see it die. We're going to make it look livelier than ever.
But the problem
they didn't do that.
Is, like I said, Microsoft, they too soft. Like Microsoft is soft. Like 100%, they are extra fluffy. They are full of they that feather pillow right there. Like that's what Microsoft is, because they have put themselves in a position where every time something happens, they don't have the balls to say, yo, this is how it is going forward. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. At the beginning of this generation, when they tried to do that and they got punched in the fucking face because they was out here like, yo, this how it's gonna be. We're gonna do this always online, and everybody just gonna be okay with it. And everybody immediately was like, shut the hell up. And they went and bought PS4s. And then all of a sudden, Microsoft tried to reel it back in. They tried to reel it back in, try to pull it back, and was like, all right, well, it don't got to be always online, and you can trade your games and all that. They kept trying to pull it in, and they kept getting called the Microsoft 180 and all that other shit. And it kept happening, and they kept stumbling down this damn hill. It was like they got Sparta kicked off Mount Everest, and they just kept falling down the bitch. Like that's what happened. And
that is what happened.
So in doing that, they was like, all right, now we have to be kinder, gentler. We can't be the Microsoft that we were of fuck it, do what we say, because nobody did what we said. And in order for us to get back into the graces of the people that we trying to sell this shit to, we're gonna have to bite this bullet. We're gonna have to pull it back in and see if we can, try to recover at least to the point where we not falling down this hill. At least we hit a plateau and we can stay right here and slowly, grind to get back up. But at this point in time, they just sitting on the the edge, and they looking down, and they see that I can either stay here and wait for the next generation to happen, and I can try to coast. I'll drop off this Xbox One X, so it'll, I'll have the third party support, quote unquote, but I'm not gonna push anymore to get better, or push to get a healthy competition going, so that when the time comes, I can put on the gas. Or they're looking up at Sony like, all right, well, Sony's doing God of War great. Let's congratulate them. What? Why?
That's no bueno.
No.
That's no bueno.
No. Why would you say? Because when Sea of Thieves launched, I didn't see Kaz or Yoshida or none of them motherfuckers talking about great launch on Sea of Thieves.
None of them fuck niggas. And Sea of Thieves did great. It did good. You know what I'm saying? Like, God of War isn't even, probably not even going to touch those numbers as quickly.
God of War God of War is one.
No, it's going to kill, but it's going to take a while for that to happen. And here's why. No, trust me. If you look at the history of God of War
going to sell Sea of Thieves numbers in that same first week. Easy. They're going to sell Sea of Thieves numbers. Now, don't get it twisted with the 2 million people have touched it, played it, whatever. God of War is going to sell 2 mil. Easy in that first 2 weeks. Easy.
I would say in the first month, the all 4 weeks, I think it will do that, because if you look at the history of God of War, it has never sold that fast, ever. Even when there was nothing around at that time, it had the entire month to itself, and it still only sold, I would say the last one within a month sold like 1.3, and that was within a month.
And we're in a different climate now, though.
We are. You're correct about that.
We're in a different climate right now. We out here, like, God of War Ascension was hot garbage. So the fact that they tried to tack on the multiplayer and all that, that's what threw the last God of War off. But we're in a climate right now where everything is so hyper focused on PS4 and Xbox One. And then a week before this game even comes out, it comes out to this review storm. And I say this all the time, I don't give a fuck about review scores, because nobody's going to play the game for me. I'm going to watch it. It's going to be, the reviews or whatever they're going to come out. Cool. But the amount of PS4s that's out there right now, then they hit this review storm, and everything on Twitter and every site is God of War is the game of the generation. Regardless of whether or not I personally think it is when I play it, is irrelevant to the fact that right now, that's all you see. You click on any site, they will have something about God of War. You click on YouTube and click on the gaming section, you'll see 20 God of War videos talking about how the reviews are crazy, how it got Xbox going crazy, how, whatever the random ass thing, cliche may be, you'll just see that people is grabbing onto that God of War headline. The fact that it's generating so much hype from being a quote unquote good game before it's launched is what's going to put it over the edge. What is going to give it that push to sell whatever the hell it wants to sell. And then it being a drought right now and being so close to E3, but nothing's coming out for real, is going to let it just drop. And it's going to drop, and it's going to splash in this fucking river of money that is going to be laid out before it. It's going to do whatever the hell Sony needs to do. That's just how it's going to be.
Making money angels.
Right. Facts. Like, they're going to be out in this bitch like Scrooge McDuck. Like, right. Like, they just going to be diving in buckets right now. Because that's just what it is. They have set themselves up so perfectly to where there's nothing coming out around it multi-plat wise that'll take its shine. And they put out a review bomb that gave it enough momentum, so everybody's like, "Ooh, God of War! Oh, it looks great! It looks dope! Oh, I need to get on that God of War! I need to do this! I need to do this! Oh, it's not out yet? That's crazy! When it come out next week? Let me pre-order it. Let me go buy it here." Like, it's very rare these days you see video games, like actual games, selling out pre-orders. Like, it's very, very rare these days. You may see a system sell out a pre-order, but it's very rare you see a game sell out a pre-order. and
Right.
God of War out here selling out pre-orders. Like, when was the last time you was like, oh, I couldn't get that new Call of Duty, they were sold out? Like, when was the last time that shit happened? So
no, you're right.
God of War
I
out
think
here
the last time was Halo 4.
right.
Halo 4 sold out of pre-order, but that was like last what the beginning of this generation.
Right. So
So
like I said,
you.
that is one of those things you seeing. This is the rarity where you seeing all of a sudden they've set up their perfect storm of, we gonna push this out the door and it's gonna do crazy numbers because I set it up correctly. And Microsoft sitting over there saying great job is making it worse, because you literally said good job, go sell as much as you want, and we ain't gonna do shit. Our game came out. It came out. It had this little rumble. We put it out, and you immediately took our shine. Is Sea of Thieves, if they properly vet it right, like if they properly give it time and give it content and all that shit, will it have longer legs than God of War? Probably. Sea of Thieves is still hot garbage. Don't get it twisted. I hate that shit is still hot garbage to me. I don't, before I go through this, and anybody says I like that game, that is negative. That is 100%
negative. Will be on your ass quick.
Right. You know it. I'm put this disclaimer: Sea of Thieves is still dumpster juice. But will Sea of Thieves probably have longer legs than God of War? Probably. Will it be a better game? Fuck no. And I haven't even played God of War.
Right. Well, I mean, you know what to expect.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's just one of those things. And God of War, they put themselves in a position where they can sell whatever the hell they want to whoever the hell they want and as many times as they want. It's just that how they did it. Microsoft needs to get on board. They need to get on board and get the fuck out the way. Because right now, they sitting on the pot, but they ain't pissing. Like, this shit ain't
right.
Time for this shit. The new regime, that shit wouldn't. Now
my thing is this:
it's even worse.
It is. I was actually reading a tweet. The second part of that tweet, and I saw that Tim Dog. Shout out to him. Was he was kind of what did he say? Stroking Phil Spencer's hair a little bit, and now in my mind I was like, bro, don't do that. That's the problem. He needs to get his ass whooped. He needs to know that this ass whooping hurts. Why? Because then he'll know not to do this again. Right? The reason why there was so much focus around Sea of Thieves, which I'll be honest, that honestly that was built using the Project Spark engine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I could tell because I had the game. I identify all the graphics and shit in there. And I'm like, bro, my son made this shit. He made something similar to this in Project Spark. So for me to see this, it is. He even said to me, Dad, is that my game you playing? I was like, oh no, son, this is go to bed. You just take your ass to bed.
Shut up.
I couldn't even explain it away. So to see these guys damage, I couldn't even damage control it to my own son, and he do whatever I tell him to do. But to hear, these guys like, no, I'm saying no strikes at Tim Dog, but it's like, come on, bro. Ryan McCaffrey did the right thing, smacked his ass up, and then you come right behind Ryan and be like, no, it's okay. Just get him to us when you can. The more he started singing R&B to him, dude. I don't care how you get here. Get here when you. No, we need this shit right now.
Facts.
Because I got the God of War PlayStation 4 Pro bundle waiting. I'm getting my shit early.
I want you to know that shit is hideous. I want you to 100%.
I already saw it, bro. Hey, my wife. That shit is hideous. Look, my wife wanted that shit. And her mother passed, so whatever she wants, damn it, I'm gonna get it for her just to keep her on the level. So
that shit is
I did see it, and it was the nastiest thing I ever seen in my life.
Shit is hideous. Like I'm sure they're gonna have a Spider-Man one. Hopefully it looks better. If it's like all red with the little Spider-Man joint on it, I cop that one. Till then,
I'll probably because red is my favorite color.
Pro I got. This base PS4 Pro I got is gonna sit right there, and it's gonna be everything I played God of War and Spider-Man on, because that'll probably be the only two times. In Detroit, I played Detroit. You know, because
well, to be fair, you can't actually play Detroit. You can only watch it. You know what I'm
Detroit,
saying? And then answer the questions. What is it? Multiple choice.
yeah. Well,
So just
Detroit is going to be one of those games where I don't think it's going to sell too much because it's what I like to call a either or game where I can buy it. I can either buy it or I can watch it on YouTube and get the same exact effect. Like it's like real.
Damn, that was a tough decision he made right there. I felt that.
Buy it. Either I can buy it or I can watch it on YouTube and somebody can make them decisions. And then I can make them damn decisions. It's fine.
But with all due respect, though, I heard that it was some, you either have one choice to throw the kid out the window or slap your wife up. So, I mean, those are some difficult decisions. Yeah. You have to know if your daughter is going to survive the fall or because you're augmented, are you going to slap your wife's head clean off? Like, so, those are some tough decisions, bro.
But you know what I'm saying? That's the thing is that you watch this shit and then you say, all right, well, you see one person that threw their daughter out the window. You see the other person, watch a whole nother thing, just Google it and be like, well, what if I saved my wife? Like, it's one of them games where it's not about the gameplay experience. It's just about decision making and seeing how the decisions play out on either side. But you can Google that shit. It's the same reason people will play through a game and get to the end and they have multiple endings and then they just Google the other one.
Right.
It's just the reality of the situation. And when the entire game is revolved around that's how it's gonna end up. Like I said, I'm gonna buy it. I already pre-ordered it. I'm gonna buy it. The 3 games I named is the 3 games I'm gonna turn my PlayStation 4 Pro on for this year. And then if Shenmue 3 come out, I'm playing shit on PC. But I'm playing.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting Shenmue 3 for PC because
and they announced 1 and 2, and they are the same fucking thing. They didn't even attempt to upgrade those, but they're gonna cash in on that because people gonna buy them. But that's another thing. If Shenmue 3 come out or Shenmue 1 and 2 is coming out on Xbox, that means Shenmue 3 sometime later is gonna come out on Xbox.
Yeah, they're right now in talks with what is his name, Yu Suzuki and his studios because I thought Sega owned the rights to the game.
They do,
but they do.
Yeah, Sega owns it, and they just letting them use it to make Shenmue 3. So the fact that Shenmue 1 and 2, the re-releases is coming out on Xbox One means that just tells me that Shenmue 3 at some point in time is gonna come out on Xbox. Right. I don't care. I'm playing on PC either way, but that's just a little nugget that people can get their head around. Like I don't know, Xbox got to come out, like I said, at E3, and they need to do those things. They need to first show Perfect Dark, whatever fucking state it's in. They need to show Perfect Dark, show that it exists. It's a new game. Show and Mecha Assault, because that's supposed to be out there, right? Mecha Assault's supposed to be coming out. Show Mecha Assault. They need to show Fable in whatever early stages it's in so that people can get excited for a Fable game because it hasn't been one in 8 years, something like that, outside of the little remaster. So they need to show that Fable game. They need to show Halo 6, and they need to focus on everything Master Chief. They just need to show Chief being Chief, and so everybody can get excited about that. I'm not a Halo guy, but people love Halo. People buy Xboxes for Halo. In order for them to want an Xbox, they need to show that Halo is coming out so those people can get excited again, whether or not, and they need to show something new and something from third parties. That's their big hitters. They need to do those things in order for E3 to not be absolute and utter shit. Because if it's anything other than what I just said, if those 6 things don't happen, plus all the multi-plat stuff that they're going to show and whatever indie hour they decide to do, if those things don't happen, then Microsoft goes on Sunday, right? Yeah. Sony's going to go on Monday just like they normally do. And they're going to go last like it always is. And they're going to have the opportunity for people to immediately stop talking about Xbox. Because that's what happens every year. Microsoft will come out, have a good show. people will talk about Xbox for about 15 minutes, and then the Sony show will come on. People will immediately stop talking about Xbox.
Yeah,
So,
even before they actually show anything.
Yep.
Oh, I was just wondering what Sony's gonna show tomorrow. It's like, well, let's wait till tomorrow. Right now, we need to talk about
Right. So
this
Xbox
deliciousness that we just saw.
Xbox got a day to set up like bombs. They need to drop meteoric bombs so that when Sony come out and show, they're gonna show Days Gone, give a release date probably. It'll say sometime spring 2019 or something like that. They'll show probably some Last of Us 2 stuff because that's 70% along or whatever. They'll show another Death Stranding sequence. They'll show Dreams and give a release date for that, and then they'll show a couple new things and probably some gameplay from Ghost of Tsushima. And they'll show a couple like something new, one new thing random, one remaster that's coming out that everybody will fawn over. Hopefully, probably maybe some Shenmue 3 gameplay, especially now that Shenmue 1 and 2 is getting remade, and they'll drop the mic and go home. But it's gonna be one thing that they show that's gonna be like nostalgic or something new that nobody knows jack shit about, and that is gonna be the hype from then on. Then Nintendo gonna come the next day and they're gonna show a bunch of Smash Brothers stuff, and that'll take the hype for a day. So Xbox got to drop something meteoric that'll just leave a big ass crater, so everybody who's walking around and like, oh, I'm gonna go over here to the Sony booth, or I'm gonna go to this Nintendo booth. Oh, but Xbox just dropped this big ass bomb. Let me go over here and talk to them. They need to make the focus on them, and they need to do that shit quick. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, isn't that what they did with Titanfall? What? Like even after Sony showing, even Sony guys was like, so how come we're not getting Titanfall? Like Titanfall was that talk of the town. Even after Nintendo went, even after Ubisoft went, everybody still kept talking about Titanfall. And I think that's what they honestly they need something like that. Now, let me ask you this question though, Mastalin.
What up?
What do you think of the validity that Capcom is doing a Onimusha with Microsoft? Because that was one of the things when Phil went to Japan, that was, Capcom Studios in Japan was one of the places that he went.
Yeah.
They don't know what was discussed. People think that it's another Dead Rising game. But now, there are certain sources out there, especially the ones on Kotaku and what was the other one, Cinema Blend, was saying that the game that they was discussing was another Onimusha Warlords.
If that's what it is, then that's what it is. Z, get your dumb ass in here. We just talk about how Xbox be fucking up. It's literally 7. I guess I'll be fucking
fuck nigga.
Right, fuck nigga. Yeah. Fuck nigga. But I don't know. If it happens, it happens. The problem is that Xbox is still in Mr. Nice Guy mode, that we don't want to keep everything off of everybody's platforms. We just want games to be played. Fuck that. Like if they was out there talking about Onimusha, then what's gonna happen is as soon as that shit releases, as soon as that shit's about to come out, they're gonna sit there and like Onimusha is supposed to come out, this year, and it's gonna come out Xbox One, and then everybody's gonna be like, but it started on PlayStation. And then in 2 days before E3 is even over, it's coming out on PlayStation in a year. Because Xbox doesn't know how to lock shit down.
Right.
That is also the problem, is that Xbox doesn't know how to lock shit down. Xbox, the fact that they don't know how to lock anything down is the problem. The fact that they don't know how to go make a deal that benefits Xbox and doesn't just benefit the world is the problem as far as Xbox itself being relevant. As a gamer, I got everything. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna play the game wherever the fuck I want. Probably on PC if I can. But as a person who owns an Xbox, and especially for the people who are all about Xbox, you have to show them that Xbox is worth something. Like, damn, bro. And you have to do it in a point where they have to they have to know that you're even fucking trying. Because right now, nobody sees that you're trying. All they see is you saying, good job, Sony. Good job, Nintendo. The Switch is great. God of War looks amazing.
Didn't one of the fools say I got a Switch for my kids? Like, bro, if I work for Microsoft, my son has an Xbox. He doesn't have a Switch. Like, what the hell is that? Like, you literally are technically you're investing in the other company's platforms.
Yeah.
When you do that shit.
That's true. Neverland, bro, good point. He was like, talk about losing COD. That like I said, those marketing deals, the CODs, like we talked about it, on shows before, but when they came out with the X and Battlefront, COD, Far Cry, literally every fucking game was being marketed on PlayStation because you don't feel like you need to spend money on these marketing deals. That would have all been fine. When he came out and said, I don't want to spend money on marketing deals because I don't feel like it's worth it. I'd rather invest in my first party studios. Cool. Where the fuck did that money go? Because right now,
that's true.
I ain't seen it. I remember you saying that shit. I remember you coming out and saying,
they put it in the Xbox One X.
Fuck that. No. He said first party studios, first party games. He said our games. That's what the hell he said. I remember
but this. But Mastalin, you didn't hear that part where he said fuck nigga.
No, he said fuck nigga. Damn, it was the fuck nigga.
He was like, my bad, fuck nigga.
I missed it. He's like, that's what it was. I missed it. I know.
That's what it was. Yep.
Like, I remember you saying that shit. I remember you saying you're not going to spend this money on COD. Okay, nope. Cool. You're not going to spend your money to market these other games because they come to your platform. I'm with you on that, dog. But what the hell did you spend it on? Because I ain't seen it.
The first party studios, man, ain't no first.
I ain't seen it.
Quantum Break, Scalebound, Recore. But see, what you got to understand that Phil thinks that we don't know that. So when he says stuff, he says it as if we don't know that he's full of shit. And he needs to know that, bro, we're there with you. And see, remember, I'm old enough to remember, dude, I was playing games with Phil Spencer when he was just playing games before he got his little job and everything. So we know what you mean. We know what all this shit is, bro. We're not stupid. Don't play me for stupid. Don't insult my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Just give me what I want and I'll give you money for it. That's how this is supposed to go. I pay you to make me happy.
You know what?
And right now, I want a refund.
Facts. You know what's crazy is that Microsoft entered this generation with the whole always online and being able to push stuff to you fast and realizing, cloud gaming and realizing the direction that everything was taking. That everything was online. Everybody, was able to share, communicate, talk. They entered this generation with that mindset. But somehow in the middle of this damn generation, they forgot that people are always online and that they always talk and that they can access the same fucking information that you can. And and that Twitter is a thing. Like, if some shit go on Twitter one day, the next day there's 8 articles about a fucking Twitter. Like some shit that was on Twitter, one fucking tweet. There's 8 articles in every fucking site about that one fucking tweet. That's how much social media has influenced the gaming spectrum. And you say some crazy shit. No, yo, broken ass Mike. If you say some crazy shit and you don't back it up, people gonna call you out, and then they gonna go back to when you said that crazy shit and call you out about it, and then you just be standing there stuck like Chuck, like staring at us like we ain't just really bring this shit. Like how the fuck do you expect us to believe anything you say if you keep saying the same shit, and every time we ask you for results, you say it takes time? It takes time for us to bring this shit out. Okay, I agree. It does take time. The problem is we've been giving you your ass time, and you keep saying it takes time. And then when we
5 motherfucking years,
show us
5 years, bro. 5 years, bro. I wasn't even married that long. I gave Microsoft more time than I've been married, and I love my wife, bro.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, Phil, give us something, man.
Like, and
tell us something, and we're gonna break your legs, dude. Like, I'm just saying.
And that's the That's what needs to happen. Somebody just needs to drag his ass back, give him a quick tune-up, send his ass back in the game. Like, go ahead, you got this, bro. Like, somebody needs to take him behind Redmond headquarters.
Yeah, just kind of dust him off a little bit. You got
this. Yeah, so you're right, Neverland. Sony got marketing rights. They doing ads and commercials, and you see it. And I said this before. Microsoft is both dumb as fuck and smart as fuck at the same time. Like they are the
smartest dumb nigga in the room.
Motherfucker in the room, right? They are the motherfucker in the room. Like at any point in time, they are, because they focus a lot of their marketing on YouTube and Twitter, a lot of viral stuff and a lot of interactive stuff, which is dope. That's fine. You know, and all the commercials that you see is all during the stuff that they already have. What up, Z, dirty beard bastard? A lot of they game and stuff is during, you know, the game, like the NFL games and shit during Microsoft sponsored events. They put a lot of commercials out during that. That's all fine. They focus the right places. The problem is I don't see any of the fucking ad dollars that you saved going towards any of these games.
Right.
Like if I saw the fucking games coming out, then I wouldn't have a problem. If anybody knew these games existed, nobody would have a problem. The problem is that nobody sees any of the shit. Nobody sees any of the games that you're saying is taking time, because right now they don't exist. They are fucking figments of our imagination. You said it, I heard you, but it don't mean shit until I see it. And instead of coming out and putting out a tweet going, Ryan McCaffrey, you're right, but all this stuff takes time. We fixed A, B, and C. If you said we fixed A, B, and C, and here's a fucking picture of Perfect Dark, it's coming out. It's going to be amazing. You wouldn't have had to say shit about games taking time. The fact you said games take time means that shit ain't coming out. And you ain't got nothing on your roadmap. You ain't got nothing on the horizon. You ain't got nothing set up to where I can see it and I know it's a tangible fucking thing. The fact that there's a problem and the fact that everybody keeps calling it out and you just saying, oh, well, we're going to get to it. Oh, it's going to take time. We'll eventually get there, whatever. Like, nah, bruh. You can't keep doing that, because all you're going to do is end up in the background and we're going to be looking at you like, what the hell was the point? And
I'm back.
Xbox, I really want Xbox. What up, Z?
What's going on? What's going on? What we talking about?
We just talking about how Xbox be fucking up. How they've been fucking up since the beginning.
Who in here with us?
Dragon?
What's up, fuck nigga?
What's good?
Hey, man, I finally saw your light, man. I had to come over here and give Microsoft this work, dude. And
what?
Yeah, man. I saw the tweet, and your boy Tim Dog, man, he off code something wicked right now.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm banned on Twitter for a week. What happened?
Oh shit! So Ryan McCaffrey, you know the tweet that he sent to Phil, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like harsh, but I think he kind of got his point across. You know what I'm saying with Phil. Phil answered back with the, "Hey man, these things are gonna take time. Just give us some time, and promise it'll be worth it."
Mm-hmm.
Tim Dog is like, well, no, take all the time you need. Don't worry. It's not everybody who's not happy. I was like, no, Tim, no. Don't stroke his head ever so lovingly, man. Let him get that work.
You know what?
Damn.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you have that on every side, whether Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. That is just going to see no wrong or no fault in the product. You know what I mean? I guess if you know what, if people are going to be honest, real talk, when you have, he was like a Promise MK Maker, right? Die hard Xbox guy, right? And when you got people just saying wait to E3, that means that you Are you gonna give them to E3? That means that there is something wrong, and you're gonna give them to E3 to fix it. If you were totally happy with the product, you wouldn't be screaming, "Wait to E3." You know what I mean? It comes to time, and like you got to be honest. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? Do I like my Xbox? Sure. Do I like the the ecosystem and all that. But as far as game wise, it's been dog shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like defending that. Like, come on. I understand that. Don't get me wrong. And for these like people, they like to say, well, they gotta hit every area. As far as demographic, all that's fine and good. But what makes that look so bad is that, or to guys like me, that's all that we got. So it was cool if you guys want to go out and do the records, the CFDs, the Lucky Tales, fine. But they normally would have something that I would like. You know what I mean? And that's all. Even like I said with CFDs, they would hype it. I was saying then that wasn't the game. That's not going to be the game because again, we had such a drought for 17 months with no game, AAA game exclusive wise, and that's the first game that you come back with. They ain't the answer, Sway. You know what I mean? That ain't the answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. And even with songs, you got Xbox Live now on the Switch. Like, what the hell going on over there, man? They don't have anything exclusive to that platform. Anything. They're taking all the things what made me love the Xbox brand and putting in other devices. So if you're going to do that, what the fuck is the purpose of me even buying the Xbox for? Man? No two exclusives. You know what I mean? I can get Xbox. I don't even need that. And I'm paying for it on the console. I get this shit free on PC. I can join it from my cell phone, all types of shit. Like, come on, man. Cut it up.
Which, by the way, that cell phone app is dog shit.
I know, but I'm just saying.
It's 100% dog. But I'm with you, bro. Like, I'm with you because, like, they have so vehemently fucked up that they've let everybody who thought about buying an Xbox, who's ever turned their direction towards getting an Xbox, they've shown them motherfuckers the door. Like, it was like, oh, this is great. You want an Xbox? Here's the door. Get the fuck out. Like, that's essentially what's been happening because you don't need to be here. You can be over there with Nintendo. You can be over there with PlayStation. You can be, because we support them like you do. Like, that's the shit. That's
Phil Spencer, Sony's biggest fan. That a bitch.
You like, yeah, but PlayStation got them bangers over there. PlayStation got God of War. It's doing great. I'm telling you, it's great. Look, I said good job on Twitter to my rival. I'm saying they are making great games while I'm out here supposed to be pushing the shit that I'm pushing. But no, right now, Sony over there making good games. Congratulations. I bought my kid a Switch. You should too. No, you should be buying your motherfucking kid an Xbox because I make Xboxes. But if you're not saying that shit, how the fuck am I supposed to believe it? There's no way in hell I'm gonna sell your shit for you. You don't give a fuck. I damn sure don't.
Yeah, like I said, man, they just like Nintendo and Sony, they want to win. Microsoft just wants to exist, and to their credit, they're very good at business. To them, it's not about selling the most consoles. They want their software, and they want to make the most money. And I'm not knocking anybody for that. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but along the lines, you're gonna lose again. People like me, I just spent probably about $2,400 with hardware alone. Different consoles, collector's editions, and I'm not even talking about the controllers. I bought two at the start of the year. I bought two, and I got two S's. I got the Scorpion. Like it's like when you lose people like me, or or just gonna be honest about it. Or I'm not gonna say I'm always gonna own an Xbox. But as far as that being my preferred platform of choice, you know what I mean? You're headed in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? I can't get with that. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this right. I'm gonna shut the hell up. Here you got Microsoft. I'm sorry. Here you got Sony and Nintendo, right? They're just doing the normal console thing, right? More or less. And here is Microsoft is trying to put their hat in so many different arenas, and they're losing, right? Before you try to master all this other shit, you know what I mean? Before you try to master the nunchucks and the swords, master one first. Get this shit here down pat first. You know what I mean? Listen, people are like, well, you got to give Microsoft. No, they've been here. This is their third console generation. This is what we did at the end. It's been 5 years already, Shay. You know what I mean? 5 goddamn years. And if you don't, and again, for people that, if you're going to be honest, Just think about this. Everything that we're getting this year, as far as exclusive wise, we were supposed to have last year. So what was we gonna get for this year? Just think about that. You know what I mean?
It's facts. It's fact, and that's the thing, and that is the crux of the problem. Is that all the shit that's coming out this year that should have been out last year, should have been out the year before, whatever the fuck that timetable was. All the shit that's coming out this year, and they haven't announced shit for next year, and we don't know that it exists. So they not announcing nothing that's a year out. That's cool. So in E3 2017, you announced 40 indie games, whatever that's supposed to come out this year. Okay, that's fine. But you didn't announce nothing big that should have been coming out this year, because Crackdown 3 was supposed to be last year. Sea of Thieves was supposed to be the end of last year. State of Decay was supposed to be last year. So 2018 should have been a bunch of year ahead announcements, right? If that's what your new strategy is, you're only announcing stuff that's a year out. So 2017's E3 should have been announcing a whole, 2 or 3 AAA games that was supposed to be coming out in 2018. Those don't exist, because if they did, they'll be coming out in 2019. But nobody knows they exist, therefore they're irrelevant. And since nobody knows they don't exist, then nobody's gonna care. Everybody's gonna go and buy your competition, and then you're gonna tell your competition they did great, and everybody's gonna just go back and buy your competition again. You set yourself up for this failure, so you need to either get your shit together and actually start doing something, or you need to just leave. I've said this, and I'll say it again. I really want Microsoft to just be like, fuck it, and go completely third party. I want them to do the whole Sega thing and be like, fuck it, we third party, keeping this shit moving. I want them to do that shit, because y'all gonna really see how real it is in these gaming streets. Microsoft, you think Microsoft not competing now? Wait till they actually gone. I want them to do that shit.
Oh, you talking about the Sony? Yeah, you gonna need 9 jobs to get this PS9, nigga.
Right, exactly. You're gonna need 9 jobs. You're gonna need a baby mama with some money. You're gonna need a sugar daddy. Like, think you on it now, and think you want to talk about how much us over here on the PC side gotta buy, pay for graphics cards. Wait till Xbox ain't a thing and PlayStation ain't got to compete with nobody. Yeah. PS5, that shit gonna be $500 because they can, and because they don't have nobody to fight with. And
well, I don't mind paying for tech. It should be, man. If that motherfucker $400
is gonna be $900, and it's gonna be technology from this fucking year. Like, that's the problem. That's the goddamn problem. Is you gonna pay for the tech? No, you gonna pay for the fact that they ain't got no competition. If they ain't got no competition, they ain't gotta make it that much better. You still gotta buy the shit. Yeah,
you ain't lying about that. How long y'all been on?
About 40 minutes.
Oh, I didn't know you was live. What else I talked about? The PS5? You got that yet?
No, we about to talk about that now. We supposed to have it. Noah, this motherfucker, his damn computer is trash juice. But
I thought he was on Apple or Mac or something.
It's trash juice. Whatever it is, he can't. It's straight trash. Yeah, we was talking about the PS5, and we were supposed to. That's how we were supposed to start, and then we were just out here chatting. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go live." We'll talk about how Microsoft be on the shit. And
now that we have vented our frustrations,
we
can get on with our regularly scheduled program.
But yeah, the PS5, like all this, the specs release, and my man D and his
Infinite Wisdom
and his Ryzen chips and all that. When he was talking about on multiplayer that the PS5 is definitely coming out, 2019. I can see it. It may come out 2018. Why would they wait? All this other stuff. Nope, it's definitely coming out this year, and all that. They're gonna announce it, and then lo and behold, all of a sudden, the very next day, it's 17 articles talking about how it ain't coming out till end of 2019, probably early 2020. And that's because all the technology that's supposedly supposed to be in the PS5, that shit ain't even on AMD's roadmap for another year.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not scheduled. I seen there supposed to be leaked specs, what's that? A dev kit or something? Usually a dev kit was twice as powerful, or I know it got twice as much RAM.
Yeah, it's usually about at least 1.5 to 2 times as powerful, and then they tune it in for whatever the actual console specs are.
If we, I guess we still gonna be dealing with T flops. What'd you say? 8?
It'll probably be 8.5, 9, somewhere in that range.
I would say a full 10. They got to.
They don't have to do shit right now. They winning.
No, but I'm just saying. But when they do, because remember the spec difference between the PS4 Pro and the X is about 2. So they're going to build their console to be future proof. Honestly, I say 2020 is probably going to, you know what I'm saying, like come out.
Even if it's 10 T-Flow, that's a lot of juice in the console. God damn. Yes.
Yeah, but you seen Death Stranding though. You got to have a powerful GPU to push that.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's still like I'm just saying I would want it to be 10 T-Flops. You still think we're gonna be dealing with 30 frames?
Yeah. Oh God, I hope not.
I hope not.
I hope not.
This is what's gonna happen though. As long as 4K is a thing, that it is going to hinder everything else because they're trying to hit 4K, and that's not the point they should be trying to like hone in on. They should try to hone in on 60 FPS. The only thing is that to the casuals, they don't give a fuck about 60 FPS. We care. The hardcore gamers are the vocal minority, the ones that know that the frame rate matters. We're not the ones they're marketing for. They're marketing for the people who went and bought 4K TVs. They didn't go buy 60 FPS TVs. They bought 4K TVs. Mm-hmm. So they're going to market towards that audience. And in doing so, they'll lose the fact that we are trying to get better performance. So you'll get games that'll perform better. Also, I in no way, shape, or form will ever believe that the PS5 is going to be brand new AMD tech in any way, shape, or form.
Why is that?
Too damn much.
Why is that?
It's going to cost too much. Because right now, you get the Xbox One X for $500. Let's say the PS5 come out in 2020. The Xbox One X is going to be like $250. So, $300. You come out and put the PS5 out, and you using brand new technology that just came out that year or a couple months before that, because AMD ain't known for keeping their timelines. So a couple months before that, and Sony, even if they buying in bulk, they're going to pay in a premium. So that console going to be $500, $600, and it's going to be a little bit better. And people just going to keep buying the PS4s or Pros because they're going to go down in price too, or they're going to buy the Xbox One X's. They're not going to use brand new technology. They'll probably use the Ryzen APUs that's out now, because in a year and a half and 2 years, when they're dropping all of the stuff that matters in the console, that part will be cheap. So they're going to use whatever will make them money as fast out the gate as possible. PlayStation being a big part of what PlayStation does now, like of what Sony does, I mean, right now, is what's going to set it up. And as things get more and more like stringent and focused on graphics and making stuff look as pretty in 4K as possible, they're not going to be able to afford the stuff that would make it 4K 60. It's just not. So
they're going to be using, mobile CPUs?
Yeah, they'll use the Ryzen series APUs that are out now, mm-hmm. just because they, like I said, it'll be the cheapest route to what they want to go. It'll provide enough advantage pushing forward, and I think they're going to do just like they did with the PS4. They're going to take whatever they can off the shelf and make it as best as they can right now. You get what I'm saying? Like they're not going to go out and try to get the absolute best tech going forward, because they was able to put out the PS4 Pro and it does enough numbers. It's not doing crazy numbers, but it does enough numbers to sell. So that being the case, since it sells enough right now, but it allowed them to extend the generation another 2 years. They're going to do that same shit with the PS5. It'll be a PS5. In 3 years, it'll be a PS5 Pro. And they'll keep repeating this cycle because they can. So then you'll see better technology in moving forward. They'll probably use a Gen 1. I want to say Gen 1 because it'll all depend. Because Noah's asking if they use a Gen 1 or Gen 2 CPU. I want to say they're going to use Gen 1 just because price. They being so reliant on PlayStation is Sony being so reliant on PlayStation, they're going to try to do like Nintendo does and be profitable off the bat.
Well, I mean, so what you say, you think like 2020?
Yeah, I think early 2020. Like, I think next E3 we'll get a reveal type joint, and then you'll get the 2020. Here goes everything that you could possibly want, and here we go. We dropping it off early January. It might come November 2019, but it'll be somewhere in that fourth quarter range. For 2020.
Traditionally, we get besides Nintendo went in March, but we normally, November is the biggest, shopping month, Black Friday, and the holiday season. So you think Microsoft's going to meet them there, day and date?
No, I think they'll be. No, I think you'll see like a 6-month lag window, because I think what Microsoft is going to start doing is they'll drop their consoles like they drop their Windows drops, like their big Windows drops will be around second to third quarter. I think they'll start pushing it into that window because it'll let them play on both sides of the spectrum as far as money goes and as far as paying for the stuff that they got to put in the shit. So I think Microsoft will still be behind them. I don't think they're going to try to rush out to meet them there. Because if they do, they're going to fuck it up. Just like they did this gen. Right now, if they start off trying to push forward with the perceived specs of the PS5 and then put out a Xbox to match, that's just going to hit them in the chin for some guap real fast, especially after developing the X. Or putting out the X.
Yeah, I was fighting about it. About 2020, the X probably about $250.
Yep.
300, you know what I mean? And probably you have $100 Xbox One S or some shit if they still selling it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It'll be just like the Xbox 360. Because remember, right when the Xbox One came out, you go get you an Xbox 360, the little arcade joint,
$100
for $100. Right? It's gonna be the same. Right, and it's gonna be the same exact shit that they gonna have them shits on Black Friday deals where you just go into Walmart, cop you an Xbox One S with like 4 or 5 games for $100. Keep it moving. And all of a sudden they're gonna fly off the damn shelves. We'll see.
Oh shit, man. Exciting times.
Hopefully.
Right? Day one, day and date. Would you get a console or you gonna stay on the PC thing?
No, I buy consoles every time.
Day and day. PC do like that.
That is true. But I support the gaming community because I game on whatever I want at whatever point in time. If I decide to turn on my PS4, which ain't often, and when I decide to turn on my PS5, which probably won't be often, I have it because that's what I do. I got a Switch. That shit hasn't been on this fucking year, and my PS4 Pro hasn't been on this fucking year. My Xbox been on about 3 times. 2 of them was to play A Way Out. The other time was to do an update. Like, this is what it is. I buy these consoles. I play the games that I want, when I want, where I want. If I want to hop on with my kids, I hop on my Xbox and play with my kids. Or I'll play with my wife because she likes playing the Xbox. She plays on my Xbox more than I do, but she refused to play on PC. It just is what it is. But I always have a console in my house. So PS5 come out, I'm gonna have a PS5 in my house day and date. Xbox 2 or 12 or whatever the hell it is comes out, I'm gonna have that too. No, hell no, they ain't going with Nvidia. Nvidia charged too fucking much. Yeah, so it's gonna be 100% AMD.
No, AMD, that shit ain't happening.
Yeah, AMD is gonna foot the bill like they did with the PS4. They're 100% just they're gonna do all the R&D, and then PlayStation gonna put out whatever bare bones, straight from the rack system that they can, that's stronger than whatever the current Xbox is, and is 2 times stronger than the current PS4 Pro is, and they're gonna push forward from there. They're gonna say it does 4K on every game, no checkerboarding, all native, and 60 FPS will be on the first few games, and then that shit will be fluctuating. And then they'll say, games have an unlocked frame rate can go up as high as 75, and that'll be on shit like Call of Duty, which used the same goddamn engine from 20 fucking years ago.
They ain't switching that shit up.
They ain't switching it up because they make money. PlayStation ain't got no reason to do it either because they make money.
Yeah, they got shit. I just read some rumors. They Killzone coming back to be a launch title for PlayStation 5.
Probably. They did. They got enough people over at Guerrilla to make it. They gonna make another Horizon Zero Dawn too. PlayStation know exactly the schedule of the things they can put out. You're gonna see the Ghost of Tsushima gonna come out on PS4. They're gonna be cross play. The Last of Us gonna be cross play on PS4, PS5. What do you call it? Death Stranding. That's just gonna be PS4, PS5. It's gonna come out whatever year those games come out. That's when you're gonna get the PS5. That same damn year. So if they come out next year, that's when you're gonna get them. If they come out the year after, and that's when you're gonna get the PS5 because they're gonna be crossplay titles.
Damn.
Mark my words. I'm saying it right here, right now. They all gonna be crossplay titles. Whatever the years they come out, that's when the hell you're gonna get a PS5.
PS5. I mean, man, I guess what 20. I mean, I say 2020. 2020. I mean, we got what you call mid-gen refreshes.
Yeah,
I guess that was supposed to extend the console generation. I really don't think Sony's really in a rush to. I mean, shouldn't to release a PS5. They kicking ass still.
Yeah, they're not. And as long as Microsoft keep telling them they're doing a great job, they're gonna keep doing a great fucking job.
I know it feels the ultimate motivational speaker.
Right.
You could do it, Sony.
Go, Sony. You got this, bro. Get that shit out. Phil Spencer is Sony's motivational speaker. He is the best. He is the best Sony cheerleader on the planet.
Yeah, man. I told you I'm hopping out that G-Rod, bro. For real. I'm playing for the winning team next gen. Fuck all that.
I'm telling you, I really hope that Microsoft sets themselves up for fuck your couch, Luca. Fuck your couch. I really hope Microsoft sets themselves up to do better next gen because right now they on some bullshit. They on some bullshit. And if they gonna shut it down, then tell everybody you gonna shut it down. Because if that's the case and you just doing all this cheerleading for the other side so people can go over there, then let them go. If you gonna lead them long, that shit's gonna make it worse. Because when you decide to go third party, everybody gonna say fuck you then. When Sega shut it down and they was like, yeah, we just ain't got it no more, and they started making nothing but games and went full third party, everybody kind of slowly embraced them back because they at least put it out that we just ain't got it. We can't do this. But if PlayStation is where you want everybody to be, just let everybody know. So we ain't got to be on the bullshit. You ain't got a lot to kick it, bro. We already know you with the fuck shit.
For real. Word up.
keeping it a buck. You ain't got a lot to kick it, bro.
Shit.
So from us to you, Phil Spencer, be a real nigga, not a fuck nigga.
Hey, yo, keep it a buck. I heard the Division out for you. You ain't playing on no goddamn console.
I played Division on the console.
Oh yeah, what y'all getting into tonight? You're doing it?
Yeah, we get on Division.
Yeah, I ain't never really played shit before, man.
You ain't played Division?
Nah, man, I missed that whole wave when it came out. Man, I put that bitch in.
Oh man, that shit was amazing.
Yeah, I'm about to get my disc. I had the shit on disc. I'm about to get it right now, and I ain't gonna install it again. I guess I have to do the updates, brother.
Yeah, you gotta do the updates.
I'm gonna do that shit right
the Division come a long way since that trash shit that it came out, and me and my wife and a couple of my boys played through the story, and then we played. Like yeah, my wife plays games with me. Like anything that's co-op. Like I got two Xbox for a reason. So anything that's co-op, my wife would just be down there playing, or if it's couch co-op, she just be sitting up here and we just playing. Like my wife plays games. The reason I married my wife, first day I met her, came over to the apartment. She had a GTA Vice City play on the PlayStation on the screen, and I was like, "You don't play no games." She picked up the controller, immediately put in the cheat code. It was like, "Fuck you." I was like, you know what? I might love you. I might love you.
I love you, damn it.
I might love you. I might love you.
Well, she get it in for real then.
Yeah. My wife a gamer. That's why she don't say shit. I be up here playing. She don't say shit. She just be chilling. Like 90% of the time when I be sitting there and we be bullshitting in the party, she be sitting behind me chilling. But anyway, been about an hour. We out of here. Phil Spencer, stop fucking up.
Yeah.
Please stop fucking up, bro. Please.
We beg you, stop fucking up. I beg you. I want you to do better. So your checklist for E3 2018 is Halo 6 Master Chief Edition, and show it to everybody who wants Halo. Perfect Dark, whatever fucking state it's in. Fable, whatever fucking state it's in. Something new that doesn't have graphics that look like Super Lucky Tail. I don't give a fuck if you show a Super Lucky Tails too, but something else that doesn't have graphics that look like Super Lucky Tail. And a big third-party exclusive that's never fucking going anywhere but Xbox. Like, show that you spent that money that you was bragging about keeping to yourself on something. Because right now, you just took that shit and you pocketed it. Like, you was like, you know what? I ain't even got time for putting this out for y'all. I'm just going ahead and slide this in my fund and then become my vice president. I'm gonna get this going towards my vice presidency as Xbox vice president of gaming. I'm gonna slide this in so I get in my buy-in. You know, I can't
tell all his business now. Don't tell all his business.
Hey, right now, that's what it's looking like. Just keeping it a whole buck. It was like he was like, yeah, I don't believe in putting out all of these console exclusives, and I don't believe in keeping games off other platforms. I don't believe in marketing rights, so we're gonna take that and we're gonna invest it in us. You invested it in you, nigga.
Yeah, well, he didn't lie about it.
Right, he didn't lie. That
shit went towards his daughter's braces and everything.
Thanks, and his Switch that he bought his son.
Dude, I was through with that, bro. Dude, you brought your son a Switch, bro. I'm good.
I'm telling you, man. Don't be fucking up, Phil. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got anything y'all want to say before we cut it out?
Nah, that's about it, man. We gonna say wait to E3.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're gonna do a Road to E3 podcast.
Yeah.
Is this the day that they officially bow out, or are they gonna bring the heat?
It's gonna do once a week. We gonna start a segment called Road to E3. It's gonna be some whatever new fuck nigga shit Phil Spencer done on Twitter.
Right.
That's what it's gonna be. That's the Road to E3. Whatever new fuck nigga shit that Xbox done. That's what it's gonna be from now on.
Damn.
We out of here, man.
Bang.
All right.
For sure.
Peace.
I'm out.